let me be very clear on this. When we speak about the Agyapade document, it is not about Akyems. It's about the Akyem mafias. It's about the mafias within the Akyem corridors. The descendants of J.B. Dankwa, the descendants of Nana Kuntun Kununku, the descendants of Oforipenyi. These are the mafias within the Akyem corridors. So let no one think that this is an attack on Akyems. I have very good Akyems, very solid Akyems, very respectful, respectable, astute Akyems in this country who will not engage in this wicked craft. So let that be separated. Number two, this document spoke about how these mafias within the Akyem corridors were going to take over certain corridors of this country. One, it said they were going to take over the minerals of this country. Two, they will take over the oil and gas sector of this country. Three, they will take over the energy sector of this country. And four, they will take over the financial sector. I start again. They said they will take over the mineral sector. How did they attempt doing that? They attempted bringing an Agyapade royalty deal. You remember? Agyapade royalties. That was kicked against by the people. Absolutely. Against the people of this country. They attempted siphoning all our mineral reserves and willing it to their descendants of Oforipenyi. Number two, they attempted taking over the oil and gas. That they have even succeeded. They introduced a company called SML. Of recent times, one of your colleague journalists did a massive expose. The plan was that all resources from our oil corridors will flow through their accounts before coming through government of Ghana. And that was how they introduced the SML company that has raked in over 750 million, duping the taxpayer of this particular country. Number three, they said they were going to take over the energy sector. In this document, they said they will create an SPV that will take over ECG and they will virtually siphon funds. Do you remember PDS?
Yes,
Bawumia's PDS. That he changed a bank guarantee to an insurance guarantee. That they presented fraudulent Carl Bank certificates. That Mr. Amewu, who was a minister under Nanado, said, Bawumia and Co sat down. The FTR report said Bawumia chaired the meeting and they attempted duping the state. PDS came on board, but for the good people of this country and the minority, they would have siphoned all our funds. That said, 700 million till now is still seated in the accounts of PDS, of the taxpayer. They have refused to bring it back. We lost $190 million from the United States of America as a result of this corrupt deal. As we speak, do you know we are still under litigation? Do you know every week the Attorney General flies to the UK with his taxpayers' money to defend the corrupt deal Bawumia attempted bringing and we kicked against? Number four, and that was the last one, was the financial sector. That was how come they brought the Bank of Ghana CEO to be in charge, Mr. Addison.
You mean that
so that absolutely, they could print monies, they could collapse local banks and ensure that only their banks survive. And that is why the Finance Minister's Bank, Data Bank, had been doing well. But you see, their day of reckoning is coming. Let me quote this, and I'll land on this. Point 54.
Malik, your time is up.
I'll land on this. They said they were going to reduce the channels of GBC. Do you remember? And that will hijack the state institution. This was the plan of Nanado and Bawumia.
No,
for the paying family. I am telling you confidently that Nanado knows everything about this. With my integrity on the line, if he doesn't, he can go to court and challenge it. They said they were going to take over GBC, and by doing that, they will reduce the number of channels from 6 to 3. They successfully did that. They said they were going to take over the communication ministry by introducing a company called Kelvi GVG. They successfully did that. They said they were going to take over the ports by bringing Unipass. They successfully did that. Look, this wicked, cruel, insensitive agenda must stop at a point. I am worried, like I said. We are poor people. People watching us. Ashantis are watching us. So does it mean if you are not a descendant of Oforipenyi, you cannot benefit from the future of this country? What kind of Ghana do we build? When President Mahama was president, he thought it was for all. Everybody should benefit. This government has come. The national cake of this country has been turned into a family birthday cake. And they are sharing among their family and friends, girlfriends and what have you. This must stop. And as a young guy growing up, Roland, I wish that all of us on this panel unanimously take a decision to stop the state capture